stream at 5:30. We'll kick it off with the head coach of our Lufkin Panthers, Athletic Director Todd Quick. 5:30, that'll get underway next Friday from New Caney. And I'm ready.
Already.
We'll also have girls basketball on right here for you Tuesday night, and from Jacksonville. That'll be our next broadcast Tuesday night. I'll make it up 69 for you to Jacksonville. We'll keep it right here as our boys. I think we have now switched over into video coverage. The boys at Jam Digital Media, as soon as that clock hits 0, we go back into streaming you some video coverage of the postgame show. Our boys will make it over, and we'll have your Lufkin Panthers school song. For the 10th straight time, the boys will be smiling tonight.
Milby band making up for some lost time.
They ain't quitting. Commercial Bank of Texas players of the game coming up here in a moment.
Maybe Krishan Preston?
That was my first guess. Oh, show.
Especially weren't sure we were going to see him back.
Let's go down to the field for the Lufkin Panthers school song here in our Woodland Heights Medical Center postgame show. It's our Woodland Heights Medical Center postgame show. The Panthers have just routed the Milby Buffalo 63-14. We will move into round 2 of the state playoffs. Woodland Heights Medical Center postgame show will visit with our head coach Todd Quick, where the Panthers have just won their 10th consecutive ball game, and Jeff propelling us into that top 10 matchup next week with the Cougars.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big week, and it's gonna be fun. I'm already, I guess, like you said, I'm ready. I'm already ready for Friday to get here. Wish we could blink our eyes and be on the way.
Well, we got to put in a week of work, get the kids ready, and hopefully get everybody back ready to roll. We got a couple of injuries, and nothing serious, I don't believe, but we definitely need Timmons and Sam to get back next week, as you want to be going full steam ahead into this tough matchup with the top 10 in the state next week.
Yeah, they're going to have some players, both offensively and defensively, going to need all hands on deck and make plays. So, got to forget about this one quickly.
Yep, Coach.
Bad as we hate to say, always celebrate a win, but again, short week, going to be turning around to play on Friday.
That is true. Is that a big deal in your opinion?
You had to get out of a routine this week to start the playoffs because you played in Saturday, your first Saturday game. Something we'll talk to Coach Quick about here after the game, or in our post-game interview. Excuse me.
Well, I know we like to bring the kids up on Saturday to, for treatment and all that good stuff. So I'm assuming it's legal to have all the kids come up on a Sunday to get that treatment and get all the kinks worked out from the night before, right?
We're going to find out here in a minute. And one of the things we'll ask Coach Quick.
It's our Woodland Heights Medical Center post-game show. We will have our Commercial Bank of Texas players of the game, and, of course, our game highlights brought to you by Layard's Homes and my man Kevin Brown and Ralph and Keku's remarkable replays and much, much more. Once again, it is our post-game show brought to you by Woodland Heights Medical Center. We will kick it off with our head coach, Todd Quick, in just a matter of moments. It's always brought to you by Layard Homes, our man Kevin Brown and the guys today. As, once again, Coach Quick fired up.
I've got Coach Quick right here. Coach, again, it's a playoff game, so 1-0 now,
yes,
and 10th win in a row, most importantly.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm very proud of them. I thought we came out of the box right. Didn't matter who we were playing. We came out of the box. They were ready to go. They were locked in all week. All week, people have been telling them how bad these guys are, and they still came to work, and they still prepared the right way, and I'm real proud of that group.
Yeah, that credit goes to you and your staff for getting that point across. Anything can happen in a football game, and especially when you're told you're going to dominate an opponent, and exactly what we did. So it was great to see the kids come out, make plays, and be focused. Coach, kind of moving on from this game, you got a tough opponent next week. You're going to have a short week. Are you guys going to be able to come in tomorrow and go to work being a Sunday, being a short week next week playing on Friday?
The staff can come in, but the kids can't come in. But they can watch film. We'll get going. We already closed the door on this one. We'll open the door on it. We'll send the film out as soon as we get it, and then we'll go to work. It don't matter. Let's go.
Yeah, well, and I know you kind of got off your routine this week being your first Saturday games. One of the questions we had for you about how that would affect you being a quick turnaround. This senior group win number 10 in a row. These kids just keep making plays, and it's a fun group to watch, and we want to keep this thing going.
Yeah, absolutely. They've given us no reason to doubt them all year, and so they'll come to work on Monday. They'll be ready to go, and we'll have a plan for them, and they'll execute it. It's a great bunch of kids.
It's going to be probably the big game of the week in the state. Two top 10 teams going at each other next Friday night in New Caney. And I know that the Panther Nation will be there in full force to support us.
Well, it'll probably be that way from now on, all the way through, as long as you play. Each week it'll be, they're going to weed out all the pretenders this week, and we'll get it on. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, these kids have been battle-tested this year. Obviously, you had couple of tough road games. Port Arthur Memorial, had a good opponent here in Barbers Hill at home, so played Longview early on to start the game. So these kids know what it's like to play a tough opponent, and they're going to get it done.
Yeah, we'll get it on. That's good.
Well, Coach, again, appreciate your time, and look forward to next week. I wish it was already Friday night right now.
Yeah, me too. It'll be a long week, long, short week.
All right. Well, again, thanks a lot for your time, and looking forward to next week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was Coach Todd Quick with our post-game interview there, Gary.
Thank you, Jeff. Once again, brought to you by Layered Homes. Our man Kevin Brown, if you're getting that house remodeled or redone, there's no better place to go than Layered Homes right here in Lufkin. Special thanks to our head coach, Todd Quick, who always is so generous with his time. Pre-game show, halftime, and, of course, in the post-game show here, brought to you, as always, by Woodland Heights Medical Center. Jeff, time for our Commercial Bank of Texas Players of the Game, and he hasn't been able to be the player of the game all year long because of that injury, but he made his presence felt tonight, and he made it felt early. Two of our first three possessions, touchdown passes to number 8. Krishan Preston doubled his touchdown output tonight, and there's no telling how many touchdowns he could have had this season, but the injuries curtailed that a bunch, going all the way back to that game in late September. But Preston tonight, 2 catches, 54 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and hopefully that is a little foreshadowing of things to come here in the next month. It is so good to have number 8 back on the field.
Yeah, and it just gives another weapon for Quincy QT and this Panther offense to use and take advantage of opponents with. And I know that he's glad to see him back in full force. And you're right, there's no telling what he would have done this year, been healthy the whole year.
No doubt about that. And then on the defensive side, Jeff, we had the punt fumble recovery by Hooper with interception by Waters. But when you can pick a ball up and go 29 yards, and you've been playing great. Sophomore for sure. Chance Horace tonight, your defensive player of the game, had some great plays, but none bigger than when he picked up that fumble from the 30-yard line and scattered back for a touchdown. Multiple defensive touchdowns the Panthers have produced this year, including 2 more tonight.
Yeah, again, the Panthers have scored in all aspects of the game. And, again, Chance Horace, he saw some big plays for him last week against the ball, got a sack when he came back in after an injury from the week before, and good to see him making plays defensively again today.
No doubt about that. So your Commercial Bank of Texas players of the game tonight will be Krishan Preston with the 2 touchdowns, and, of course, Chase Horace as our sophomore free safety with that scoop and score from the 30-yard line. Commercial Bank of Texas scoring drive update. Taco Casa post-game stats, Jeff, not much to speak of in the second half. We only scored the 1 touchdown, and, again, the Panthers kind of took the air out of the ball, running the clock and setting everything up for next week.
Yeah, but most importantly, a lot of Panthers got into action that haven't had much action. Some kids that have been playing on Thursday nights on the JV got their first varsity action in a playoff game.
No doubt, and if you're out and about tonight, stop in Ralph and K. Coos. No remarkable replays in the second half, but You can talk about it with your buddies. None better to do that than at Ralph and Kay Coos. Stop by today for that best Cajun food in Lufkin. Well, that's going to do it here for the 10th win of the season for the Panthers, Jeff. Very impressive win, and it sets the stage for next Friday night down at Randall Reed Stadium in New Caney. The 8th-rated College Station Cougars, 10-1. Your 7th-rated Lufkin Panthers, 10-1. Somebody sees us coming to an end next Friday night, and I got a feeling it's not going to be us.
And exactly. I am ready. Like I said, I'm ready. Wish it was Friday already. That's what you heard Coach Quick say it himself.
No doubt about it. Partner, have a good week, and we will definitely talk to you before then, but we'll see you next week down there on the interstate before the toll road.
I will be there.
All right, partner. For all the good folks here with Jam Digital Media, our kids, and, of course, our staff, thank you all for tuning in today. It has been a big win by the Panthers, 63-14. We are on to round 2, baby, with a state showdown of top 10 teams next Friday night in New Caney. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you with girls basketball from Jacksonville on Tuesday. I believe 7 o'clock is the start time on that. And then we'll see you for the big one next Friday, 5:30 with our head coach, Todd Quick. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. I'm Gary Ivins Jr. for Lufkin Game Time.